Here we go! Hello everyone, this is Lightningrod here with another video game review. This game is going to be ARMS, the complete version. Now, I previously did a review on the ARMS Global Test Punch Part 1. I never did the review for the second week, so I apologize about that. But if you guys would like to check that out, the link will be in the description, or you can click on the little annotate right here. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, ARMS is a very, very good game. It's very obvious that the developers of Mario Kart 8 made this game. From the graphics, the music, the characters, it's just really good. So I'm going to be kind of doing this review in parts, kind of explaining things, so we're going to have sections. This is going to help the review be more clear, and the link will be in the description over what parts of the videos you'd like me to go for and what section you'd like to go to. Kind of a new idea I thought of doing, and it'll make the review a lot smoother, so that's personally what I think. So without further ado, let's get into this. Section 1, Graphics. The game is gorgeous. I really love the 1080p 60 FPS gameplay. It's really good. Beautiful. Definitely can tell the Mario Kart 8 developers made it, as I stated before. It's just beautiful, fantastic, love the graphics, and I mean, if you've been keeping an eye on the game or my channel, you can tell that I'm a really big fan of the artwork in this game. Alright, Section 2, Music. Music in this game is very catchy, and I say that with quotations because of the fact of the matter is, really the only good music to me is the main theme. I mean, the game isn't bad by any means with music. I just feel like the main theme is kind of their big focus on this game, and I feel like they kind of ignore the overall fact of that some of the other stages don't have exactly the best music. I'm not hating on that, but the only two themes that really stuck out for me were the main theme, and the Sky Arena theme. Those were probably my favorite songs. I just feel like they were more, and to be honest, the Sky Arena theme was kind of a remix of the title theme. Okay. Section 3, Characters. Okay, there's a lot of characters in this game, and by a lot I mean 9. 10 if you count the new character coming in July, but really, so let's go on and just talk about the overall characters' equivalents. They're all very unique. They're very, very well put together. Their gimmick is each really cool. There's only one or two that I don't like, and I just really enjoy the characters. And speaking of characters, that brings us on to our next section. Characters. Springman. Springman is your classic character, very, very basic character. His gimmick is with springs. And forgive me guys if I don't know all these characters' abilities and stuff like that. I haven't played them all yet. His ability is that he gets to get fully charged punches when he gets low on health, similar to another character we'll be talking about in a minute. But, I mean, and his gimmick is pretty basic. He's a very easy to play character, definitely a character you should start out playing as, and I just find him really well around balanced. Alright, Character 2, Ribbon Girl. Ribbon Girl is a pretty neat character. She's very basic, too, along with Springman, as they were the first two characters introduced. Her gimmick is the fact that she is a pop star and sings, and she can jump a bunch of times in the air by using musical notes. I think she can jump around like 4 or 5 times in the air. It's pretty neat to watch and see. And some of her ults are really cool too. All around, she's a pretty balanced character in my opinion, and I really enjoy fighting her. The next character, Ninjara. Ninjara is my favorite character. He's my go-to character, and he has been since the Test Punch. I just find him very, very easy to play, and I feel like, and I love his ability to disappear when he dodges, kind of making him a little strong. However, this can also be a weakness to the fact that he doesn't really counter very well, because with blocking, it's kind of hard to do with him because he teleports around, and he's kind of difficult to control sometimes, I feel like, and that's his only downfall. Next character, Master Mummy. Master Mummy is your classic big tank character. Huge character, can heal while blocking is his gimmick. And he's a very big tank character. Not much to say about him other than the fact he's a big strong fighter. And he's pretty neat to fight against, but I mean, he can be annoying. But one thing I noticed is you gotta play defensively with him, and he is slow as dirt when playing as him. So he's not a character you want to be picking against every character, but definitely an interesting choice nonetheless. Min Min. Min Min is a pretty neat character, definitely one of the fan favorites. Her gimmick is she's made of noodles or something like that. Her hair and arms are made of noodles, ramen noodles. It's kind of a pretty weird gimmick. I mean, I know a lot of people love her by design choice, and I have to admit she's probably the appeals to me in terms of design more than most of the other characters. I really like her. However, she's pretty. I mean, I'm said basic a lot, but to be honest, a lot of these smaller characters are pretty basic. Her gimmick is she has she's better controlled with her dragon arms, which is pretty neat because of her noodle shop or something like that. Really cool character to go against, and definitely one of my favorite characters to fight, just for the fact that I like seeing people do unique combos and stuff with her. Next character, Mechanica. I do not have a lot to say about Mechanica, other than the fact that I do not like this character. Out of all the characters in the game, it is probably the one character that is my least favorite. I don't know why. It just don't feel like she belongs in the game. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of an overused gimmick to put a girl in a giant tank and call it a character. I've seen it in Overwatch and several other games, and I just feel like it's kind of worn out its welcome to me. I don't know, but anyway, the gimmick with her is she's a giant tank and can fly in the air for a short amount of time, and that's about it. I mean, she's underaged and really has no other special abilities like all the other characters do, so it's kind of weird to be talking about her because, in all honesty, I don't like her, and I'm sorry, guys. This is my review video, so I'm just going to based on gameplay. She's about as equal with Master Mummy in my opinion. Twintel. Okay, Twintel is definitely one of those unique characters. Reminds me a lot of Bayonetta from Super Smash Bros. She is one of those characters that has a unique arms setup as she uses her hair instead of her actual arms. Pretty weird combo, honestly. It looks weird, I guess, but honestly, I kind of get what they were doing, kind of, and that's a very strong kind of. But anyway, she's a pretty well-around character, but one of the cool things about her is she can slow down time with her hair if you're punching and she's in midair. Now, this can be one of the most annoying things, as for the victory of the first ever ARMS Invitational tournament actually won with this character. So it's pretty easy to tell she's on high on the tier list. Pretty cool character. I haven't had a chance to play as her. Most people that I've fought against lately, even on ranked battles, haven't actually been picking her. Kind of weird considering she's such a good character. But anyway, guys, on to the next character. Bite and Bark. Alright, guys, RoboCop has definitely had some reference in this character. This is definitely one of the more unique characters. It's a giant robot that fights with a dog named Bark, which is weird because his name is Bite and his dog's name is Bark. But anyway, if you guys think this is a Rosalina and Luma of ARMS, you'd kind of be correct, kind of not. Definitely not nearly as good. Every Bite and Bark character I fought against has not been played very well. Even computer-wise, I kind of bopped them really hard, even on a pretty high in difficulty. I don't know what it is. I guess people have a hard time controlling them. They're definitely not the worst character, because I actually got beaten by a few people playing this character. I just think definitely a high-skill character you need to know how to use and how to utilize Bark's being there all the time. Kid Cobra. Now, Kid Cobra is a unique case. I don't really know what his ability is. I think he dodges faster or something like that. He can be actually one of the most annoying characters to fight because of his Slap-a-Mander ability. I don't have good experiences with Kid Cobra. I've only beaten him a few times, and to be honest, he's definitely up there for me as good characters anyway. His stage is really cool because you get to move around on little tops. I really like that concept. It works really well, and I just feel like that he's a pretty good character all around, and his multicolored eyes are pretty neat too. Helix. Helix is by far my favorite character by design. He's the weirdest little blob of goo, and just like, what design choice was this? Was this like last minute because he's so simple? But no, he's really cool. He screams a lot. He has a naggy, annoying voice, and I just love it. He's such a cool character. I'm not very good at playing as him though. He's one of those high skill characters because his arms bounce around the stage, giving him more of a kind of a weird feeling to you, like a weird feeling to him, and it's definitely unique. Alright guys, we are going to be discussing the next section, which is game modes. There will be 4 game modes I'm going to be talking about, and I'm not going to be including the game modes where you earn arms and stuff, because number 1, it's not really fun to talk about, and number 2, it's just kind of target practice. But anyway guys, let's get into game modes. Hoops is your classic basketball. It encourages players to punch each other, break each other's arms so that they can't block, grab them, chunk them in a basketball hoop, and be done with it. It's a pretty basic concept. The games last about 1 minute max, and it's pretty simple, pretty quick. V-ball. Volleyball with a twist. You're throwing a bomb around the stage. I don't really like this game mode, to be honest, guys. I will be fair for review purposes, stating that this mode definitely appeals to unique people, but I feel like certain characters have a very big disadvantage, preferably me that I've noticed the tanky characters, or any character that has slow arms does not going to do good at this mode because you have to constantly be hitting the ball over. Pretty fun, though, if you're using fast characters. Not so fun if you're using slow characters. 1 on 100. Now, guys, personally, I am reviewing this based on what I have seen people play. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't actually done this game mode. However, I have heard it's pretty basic. It's a lot like Multi-Man Smash Brothers, and you basically fight a bunch of Helix clones that are 100 of them, and I don't actually know the final boss. I never spoiled it. But anyway, and because of review purposes, I'm not going to be spoiling anyway. Anyway, pretty basic game mode. It's just a classic beat 'em up with different color arms. And versus. Versus is just what you think it would be. You pick a character and you duke them out against each other. Pretty cool concept. It's just basically fighting, so not much to talk about there. Alright guys, here's the big one, the Grand Prix. Now guys, I am going to be honest. I like this concept of this game mode, but I really don't like the computer players in this game. And there's a big reason. They remind me a lot of Smash Brothers computer players sometimes, while sometimes they may feel very easy and kind of underpowered, and then sometimes they read your inputs before you punch, and it's very annoying that they will be able to counter with any amount of, like, no skill at all with them. It's just, they counter everything, and one of the things I noticed when I was fighting the final boss, which is Max Brass, and the hidden boss that I'm not going to be talking about for spoiler purposes, believe me guys, they will read your inputs, so so when you block, be good, and don't play like those characters that are jumping around, moving around in the air and stuff like that, because computer players will eat you like candy if you do that. Alright guys, gameplay with players. Now this is kind of unfair to put in a review because this is based on my experience with players, but most players in the game are actually pretty good. I haven't really fought too many bad characters, players. I mean, you're going to fight them every now and then, but they're pretty good. Ranked battles is more fun if you want to unlock it, which I'm going to get to in 1 second. But yeah, I really feel like it's a pretty fair gameplay, and it's a really enjoyable experience. It's a mixture of all the game modes, you see all the characters, and you even get to fight against something that's really cool. One subcategory I want to talk about is alternate costumes, and let me go on and tell you guys how to activate this is supposed to be a secret, but it's actually quite difficult to perform. It took me a while. I had to rely on one of my commenters to tell me how to do this. It was very weird. You press down the left Joy-Con and tilt the and like point it in the direction you want alt you want to be, and the game doesn't show the alt until you actually select the color. So it's pretty weird. I don't like that at all. I really wish it wasn't such a secret. Alright guys, arms quantity. There's a lot of arms, but they are, again, very hard to unlock. You have to earn a lot of play points, and you can easily go through a lot of them, and you won't necessarily get the arms for the right character you want to be using. Now, here's how this works. You fight in the target mode, like I didn't mention before, but I was going to combine it now. You break targets, and you can earn arms based on how many you hit in the background or how high your points get. Very hard to do due to the fact that earning coins can be a little on the annoying side, because you only get about 2 to 8 coins per match, and this is including normal mode and ranked mode. It's pretty hard to do, pretty fun actually though once you get the hang of it. It encourages you to play. However, what I don't like is the fact you have to unlock arms for every character. So I can't just pick, let's say, Ninjara and only unlock his arms. Because once I unlock his arms, all of his, and I want to play a character like Springman, I would have to do it all over again. So it is pretty annoying. Alright guys, the big moment you've been waiting for. What do I think of arms totally, and what is my point system review? Now guys, I really love this game. It's not perfect, it has its faults, but from my gameplay experience and what you've seen, it's beautiful, the main theme is great, and the character selection is good, the alternate costumes are good, and most of the game modes are really cool. So I have to give ARMS 8.5 out of 10 stars for the quality of the game. This is just my one of my early reviews, guys. I haven't played the game fully, but this is my vote. I believe it was the same as my the test punch vote. So anyway guys, sorry if my voice is so bad. This is definitely an unrehearsed review due to the fact that I haven't had a lot of time to play the game, and I'm actually really wanting to go back for it. And anyway, guys, if you would like to play ARMS with me, please give your Switch information in the comment section down below, and we can do some recording together if I do a players with the fans again, like I've been doing in the past. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this review. Sorry it's kind of sloppy, but anyway, guys, this is your friendly neighborhood gamer, IJO Lightningrod, signing off.